If $1 million dropped into your lap tonight, what are you doing? If you could introduce one new law effective tomorrow, what would you pick? What have you given up because of inflation? Ordering any kind of takeout. $20 for one person for a mediocre meal? No thanks. Quite a few branded products like Pepsi. Also, I don't eat out much these days. I started tossing out significantly less food. I'm lucky that I've been able to afford a chest freezer before inflation hit, and it's been a lifesaver. Any leftover scrap just goes in there. Watching the news. Canned beans. Had to switch to dry beans only. Been a 2-car household, went from middle class to towing the poverty line. My hair. I just cannot afford the splurge on the amount of products it needs to be healthy. Chopped it all off. My dreams? My hopes? Buying decorations. I just don't do it anymore. I love home decor, but spending insane amounts of furniture is a burden on the wallet. Less is more, IMO. What song takes way too long to get to the good part? Jack Sparrow by The Lonely Island. Now back to the good part. Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd. It takes like 5 minutes before they play the best part. The first 5 minutes aren't too bad either though. Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. Skip to 3 minutes 15 seconds for the drums to kick in. That new Nickelback song takes 3 minutes and 53 seconds to get to the good part. Let me guess. That's how long this song is. Yeah, it is. Oh, come on. Nickelback's not that bad, guys. Come on. Get over yourself. Stop hating because it's popular to hate. Seabat, Hudson Mohawk, Baby Shark. I'm still waiting to find the good bit my daughter laughs at. I think we're all waiting for the good part. Grandpa Shark is the good bit. 2015 was 7 years ago. What trends have quietly faded into obscurity since then? This will be a trip down memory lane for me. Iggy Azalea. Yeah, I haven't really heard much from them since then. Selfie sticks. Big trend at concerts, festivals, and weddings, and now we've all just switched back to finding the longest arm. Random internet people becoming popular enough for a short time to guest on Ellen for no real reason. Like Alex from Target. Yeah, Alex from Target, Damn Daniel, all of them. On Fleek, Vines, well, because Vine's dead. I am a firm believer that if Vine did not get shut down, it'd still be very popular nowadays. The blue and black versus white and gold dress debate. Well, the answer is blue and black. I'm sorry. Unexpected John Cena. That was one of the best memes. Oh my god, I loved that one. Shia LaBeouf screaming, just do it. Hipster culture? I'm not sure if it's still a thing or not, but seemed big when I was younger. Watching BuzzFeed videos and doing quizzes. Guys, what Disney princess are you? Fill out this quiz below. I'm lying, there's no quiz. How many people here actually lived in 2015? Seeing comments like Harlem Shake, TikTok, fidget spinners, or Ugandan knuckles. All wrong. Harlem Shake was 2013, TikTok was 2018, fidget spinners was 2016, I think. Fidget spinners might have been 2017. Ugandan knuckles was 2016 or 2017. 2017. Yeah, Ugandan knuckles was 2017. Hotline Bling. It carried on in meme culture after 2015, but it's not super popular nowadays. Being able to comfortably pay my rent. The Whip and Nene. Awful song. Colorful skinny jeans and denims. Miley, what's good? Celebrity beef. It's just simply the worst. Bottle flips. Bottle flips are still fun. I do bottle flips all the time still. Just like if I see a bottle that's like almost finished, I'll flip it and then I'll drink it. What song lyrics hit you the hardest? You can get addicted to a certain kind of sadness. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can't be of service. Most of these songs I don't know what they're from, so I'm just speaking the lines. I'm sorry. Feel free to tell me what they are in the comments section. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down and cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame. I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision, leave tonight or live and die this way. I wish I was special. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. Mr. Brightside, I don't get how people can really party to it. What older horror movie, 40 plus years old, still holds up? Alien is over 40 now, it's still a fucking killer. The original Black Christmas and the opening for When a Stranger Calls. Yeah, and Carrie. The Changeling. The Thing. The Shining. In fact, the older it gets, the creepier it feels. Those zero CGI horror flicks definitely have a different feel from some of the modern ones. The Overlook feels eerie, even if nothing scary had happened. No one has mentioned my favorite, Night of the Living Dead. Still scares me. Poltergeist. The Exorcist still holds up to this day. Maybe it's the whole religious aspect, but I still know people who refuse to watch it again, even after seeing it years ago. What's some basic knowledge that a scary amount of people don't know? How to merge in traffic. How long it takes a semi-truck to stop. How to tell if food has gone bad. When I worked in a meat department, we got like one call a day from people saying, I bought this X days ago, is it still good? Lady, I'm not there with you. This ain't a smellophone. You're gonna have to use your own senses and brain on this one. That the scientific meaning of theory isn't what the colloquial sense means. First aid. How to spot an obvious scam. Look how many people fall for those clickbait articles and chain posts and propaganda and stuff. Antibiotics antibiotics do not work on a virus. Evidence-based reasoning and what evidence means. Prove it. What about you prove it? Nope. What about you prove it? Don't bother wild animals. I'm sure it's just natural selection at this point, but the amount of stupid people I see walking up to wild creatures for video footage is irritating. Bonus point if the human gets hurt. That you should wait for people to get off the elevator when it arrives at your floor instead of cramming yourself in when the doors open, blocking their departure. And keep walking when you go through a door to step off an escalator. If you could remove one thing from the world, what would it be? Greed. Easily the best option. It'd solve so many problems all at once. Allergies. So many people will be thankful for the day that all allergies suddenly disappeared. Also, this means mosquito bites will not be itchy anymore, because we are allergic to the mosquito spit they inject us with. Bed bugs. I was gonna say nuclear weapons, but yeah, bed bugs. Poverty. It would solve an insane amount of other problems as well. Problems? Hey, short and to the point. Greg. You know what you did, Greg. The live-action Last Airbender film. Barriers that stop me from being able to use magic. Weekly repeated questions on r/AskReddit. Putin. Gonna be Putin a stop to that. Sorry. The root of all evil. Destiny? The U2 album Gifted by Apple that keeps coming back a decade later. The internet post 2004. Keep email and Wikipedia, ditch the rest. No thanks. I'd be out of a job. What are the most annoying corporate buzzwords or phrases that you're sick of? Our workers are part of our family. Or something along the lines of that. Yeah, no they're not. Just an excuse to be able to treat your coworkers and employees like garbage. We have values. No you don't. Willing to work in a fast-paced environment. Ends up in a cubicle. Take a more holistic approach. A classic. If I knew what holistic means, I could make a joke about this. When someone refers to a request as an ask, and everything is an issue, must have excellent communication skills. What if they're just great communication skills, huh? Guess I'm screwed. It amazes me how many people can spew so much horse and not even say a damn thing. Just recently, my manager started saying, does anyone have the bandwidth to help out? Every time I see or hear it, I get closer to destroying my computer. But do you have the bandwidth though? I love corporate buzzwords. You can send emails which sound intelligent without actually saying anything and just confuse everyone. It's especially funny if you are ESL working in an English-speaking country, doing the needful for us all. Resources to describe human beings. You're twice as likely to disappear under mysterious circumstances if you refer to someone as a resource while they're sitting in a meeting with you. You can give one non-flying animal, apart from humans, the ability to fly. Which animal do you choose to maximize chaos? Penguin. Their rage has gone unchecked far too long. Giraffes, cause let's just make them weirder. Pigs. Whole lot of people will have to eat their words. Sloth. I don't know if they'd be able to flap their wings fast enough to fly. Bears. Grizzly for that lovely plus of violence. Hippos. Kangaroos. Imagine one of those kicking in your bedroom window in the middle of the night. Cats. Or birds. Whales. If I have to get specific, blue whales. You're gonna take the world's largest mammal currently and give it wings to make it fly? How is that a good idea? You tell me. Snakes. No thanks. Bulls. Specifically red ones. They would just give them away. Yeah, because they'd give everyone wings. Yeah, that's the joke. Piranhas? Well, they are fish, so they probably wouldn't last out of the ocean very fast. Great white sharks. Centipedes. Can you imagine one of those flying at you at 20 miles per hour? What's a movie that bombed at the box office but was actually good? The Shawshank Redemption. The Thing. Office Space. Idiocracy 2. Mike Judge doesn't tend to do well at the box office, but his films sure do have long-term relevance. There are hundreds, but Blade Runner comes to my mind at first. Treasure Planet. Contender for the best animated movie ever. Up there with The Iron Giant. The Edge of Tomorrow. Grandma's Boy. It's a Wonderful Life is probably the biggest example of this. It was an absolute flop at the box office. It almost killed the studio that made it. At one point, there was some debate about ownership of it, and nobody wanted it, so TV networks could air it without paying anyone. That's when it started getting shown on TV constantly around Christmas. It gained its status as one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Hook. It flopped at the box office and has 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I will always love that movie. Princess Bride. Which fast food will you not eat and why? I was a victim of the Chipotle E. coli outbreak. Never again. Subway. It smells weird. KFC. Their quality went way down. The chicken is way small for its high price. As a Canadian, I'm gonna put this out there. Tim Hortons. Burned coffee. The factory-made pastry products. Bagels are pretty bad as well. Taco Bell. I was in one when my brother died 17 years ago. I had a really good pizza, and now normal pizza is no longer good enough for me. Chick-fil-A. Dairy Queen. Went to order an ice cream cake with my mom, and she saw one of the employees wash the dishes, take out the garbage, and make the food all with the same gloves. Ew! What? I'm gonna throw up, I think. That's disgusting. Jimmy John's, because the owner of the company is a huge twat and is just so bland. What is your favorite gas station snack? Me personally, I'm a big corn nuts guy, specifically the ranch ones. I'm sure every one I eat is another 2 years off my life, but god damn it, there is something about gas station hot dogs that are just incredible. Pizza pretzel combos and a Pepsi. Iced honey buns. The beef stick, cheese stick combo pack. I would, but I lactose peach O-rings. They are so good and addicting, and you can't eat just a few. The whole bag is required. Lifesaver gummies. Am I the only one who loves Funyuns? Haven't gotten it since before the pandemic, but my 100% go-to treat from a gas station while on the road were the peanut butter Twix bars. Team Corn Nuts, represent. You know, Corn Nuts actually follows me on Twitter. Twitter is at SaysMasonLive, by the way. Andy Capp's cheese fries. Almost impossible to find, but they always smack. Combos. I love them. You find yourself on stage with a microphone. You must entertain a crowd for the next 20 minutes. What do? Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you all for coming. Please give a warm welcome to this guy from the audience. Then just sit down. Giga Chad. Tell the timing joke. What's the key to a good joke? Wait 20 minutes, in silence, timing, then walk away. Tell a story and hope it goes well. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. Perform Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory album start to finish. Braver than I am. Well, here goes my first attempt at stand-up comedy. Snacks and cigarettes are available in the lobby. The main show will begin in 20 minutes. While we wait, here's Wonderwall. What truth about life is scarier the more you think about it? Guys, I don't want to have an existential crisis today. Really not feeling it. Here we go. Your life can be plucked from you, or anyone, anything you love in just one moment. The blink of an eye even, and you have no control over it. I think it's kind of scary and crazy that unless you become famous or notable in some way, that there will be a point in the future where not one living person on Earth will ever even have known you existed. We're wasting our best years staring at a computer for paper we tell ourselves is valuable, all while knowing that no matter how hard we work, our children will still have to suffer the same thing in an endless cycle controlled by the people on top. The rich and famous have different laws than normal people and get away with more. If a random person felt like it, they could just kill you. What is your most awkward encounter with a celebrity? Went to an LA Kings hockey game. Had great seats right down by the ice. Steven Spielberg was right in front of me. I noticed him but left him alone. Late in the game, the Kings scored a go-ahead goal. It was very exciting and I started trading high fives with people around me. In my zeal, I put up my hand by Steven Spielberg. He looked appalled and left my high five hanging there. Very awkward. Working on a reality TV show, filming at Sundance. Went to a party in the evening hosted by Sting, and at some point, went to the bathroom and started to use the urinal. Mid-piss, someone pushes in next to me, literally pressing me out of the way and starts pissing in the same urinal. I'm thinking, who the hell does something like this? I look up, meet eye to eye with a rather inebriated Sting. So yeah, cross streams with Sting when I crashed a Sundance party and missed the opportunity of a lifetime to tell Sting not to stand so close to me. I once had a conversation with Colin Firth about asthma and carpets. I learned that his wife is asthmatic. He was pretty chill. I'm a dwarf, so I'm used to people being awkward around me more than anything, but he was pretty much exactly how he is on screen. Stephen Merchant, on the other hand, actually signed his autograph for me while using my head as a writing surface. The guy is bold and brass, but I loved it. It's refreshing to meet people who don't walk on eggshells around me. I wouldn't be surprised if his time with Warwick Davis had desensitized him. Standing in front of a hotel with Will Ferrell, awkwardly looking at him, recognizing that I recognized him. He was cool though. I, however, was not. Was at a funeral with Stevie Wonder for a mutual acquaintance, and my dad awkwardly went up and was like, Mr. Wonder, I love your music. It affected my life a lot when I was younger, and it was just painful. Worked security for the rich and famous in the late 90s in Arizona. Had to pull duty at the main entrance. No one was around. Usually people did not walk around the entrance. They drove though. I was blasting System of a Down while doing my college homework. Out of nowhere, Sandra Bullock walks up to me and asks, what band am I listening to, and why are they so angry? I was in shock. I apologized and turned my radio down. I thought I was going to lose my job. She smiled and casually walked away. Bro, Sandra Bullock flirted with you. I was once at a party where I saw Rihanna. I tried to talk to her, but she was surrounded by a group of people and I couldn't get her attention. I ended up just standing there awkwardly until she left. Your fault, OG. Not mine, but my ex-wife once peed on John Bon Jovi. She was 2 years old. Her uncle did charter fishing tours, and I guess he was into it at that time. They asked if he wanted to see the baby. He held her, and she picked that time to pee. My ex-wife gave John Bon Jovi a golden shower. Sounds like the headline of an article in Penthouse magazine. Jason Segel. I, a 43-year-old man, was then coming off my third run through the How I Met Your Mother, and was a huge fan. He was hanging out in a mall sort of thing in PA, and when I saw him, I didn't know what to do with myself. I wanted very badly to say hello like a normal human, tell him I was a huge fan, and maybe take a stupid picture with him. Instead, I stood there and side-eyed him like a goon, and tried to nerve myself up to go over and talk to him like 3 times. On the third attempt, he stood up to go to the bathroom, a fact I realized mid-flight, and made it look like I was actually headed to the bathroom myself, and then freaked out and broke off again when I realized how f***ed up it would seem if I followed him in. Ultimately, he took a very nice pic with my significant other's daughter, and I had to settle for telling this story to my friends. What video game had made you the most angry? Destiny 2, because I bought it for $60, and turns out that it's not the full game, and I have to buy the rest, and then the first part I bought becomes free. Flappy Bird. League of Legends. That's your fault for playing League of Legends. Cuphead made me say a lot of bad words. Like a lot. GTA Online, because of what it took from the single-player game. Progressively, the Battlefield franchise as it evolved further away from Battlefield and closer to Battle Royale and Call of Duty. As a kid, I f***ing hated the dog in Duck Hunt. done. I still hate that fucking dog. World of Warcraft, because playing with randoms sucks most of the time. Rocket League, the kickoffs especially. You find a genie in a lamp, but he can only grant wishes that mildly annoys your enemies. What do you wish for? I'll just wish for $1 million then. My enemies will be mildly annoyed that I am now a millionaire, so that checks out. They feel a sneeze, but it never happens. You sick f***. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Whenever you open a packet of tablets, you get the end with the leaflet. Every traffic light turns red as they approach. My enemies to have a constant, uncurable itchy feeling on their assholes, genitals, and scalp. They'd spend the rest of their day either in constant state of annoyed or looking to all around them like a flea-ridden hobo as they itch their genitals and non-stop. They'll pull a bowl of cereal, but then realize they have no milk every single time. Imagine their surprise when they come back from the supermarket. Morning wood piss every time they go to the restroom. Even female enemies. Especially female enemies. Well, first, I will make some new enemies. Then I will wish that all of my enemies have to donate 5% of their income to me. Always having that pee drip when they leave the bathroom. Men, you know what I'm talking about. You monster! An unkillable and unstoppable fly constantly harasses them. I wish for nothing, for I have no enemies. Smile. Yeah, right. You know what? I'm your enemy. I'm your enemy now. What's something you recommend everyone try once in their life? Find out why you believe what you believe about subjects you feel strongly about. Trace back the best you can where your thoughts come from. Why do you think the things you think? Examine why do you think you know the truth about a particular subject. Go on a solo trip, living somewhere other than their hometown. It's a big world, get out and explore. Move to a new state by yourself. It's such a satisfying feeling. Like it just feels natural, like in a primal, nomadic way. It helped me build confidence in myself, and you meet some really interesting people. New ideas and views on life really expanded your horizons. Swim in the ocean while it's raining. You feel reborn. The rain and the sea give off a special scent, and the feeling is wonderful. Lightning goes zap. Hey, no lightning, just the rain. Visiting the Great Barrier Reef between June and October. Australia's winter and spring. Get a job as a server at a restaurant and salesperson in a retail store. I will forever be kind and understanding to the people helping me. I've been there, done that, and it's difficult. Paying for the next person in line. Don't post it, don't tell anyone, and don't wait for a thank you. Make something. Music, poem, a story, art. Creative creation is one of the most fulfilling feelings there is to life. This is the one that speaks to me the most. I'm writing a story right now for a fake Pokemon region I'm making, and it is some of the most fulfilling, rewarding brain feel that I've had in a very long time. Highly recommend writing a story or music or anything. Take a long walk in the forest, naked. It's one hell of a feeling. Why? No, that's illegal. It's public nudity, you stupid. Lumpia. Filipino food is the most underrated food in the world. It should be up there with Mexican, Chinese, and Italian. If the world tasted Filipino food, there would be a lumpia food truck right next to every taco truck. If you could introduce one new law effective tomorrow, what would you pick? I would pick that everyone legally has to subscribe to this channel. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? It's now illegal to be unsubscribed to AskReddit. Insurance companies are not allowed to deny any medication your doctor recommends. It's illegal for networks to cancel TV shows without giving a one-season notice for writers to finish off the series with a finale with real closures. No Pete Davidson Taco Bell ads. Fines are based on income. No more double and unskippable ads. No more ads. A limit on the number of dwellings any one person or corporation can own. No one under the age of 13 can use the internet. Reading these makes me very glad that Redditors aren't in charge. Guys, can't wait for the first Redditor president. Obey me, all people, always, all the time. You're a freak. Go away. The wealthy have to pay their taxes. If $1 million dropped into your lap tonight, what are you doing? I'm buying a house. I'm buying a house, quitting my job, paying off my car, and investing the rest. Calling the Weather Channel and reporting that God or someone up there is making it rain. I'll use part of the money to fix the hole in my ceiling where the money fell in. Google money laundering and try to figure out how to do crime. Your mom. Then I'll invest the other $999,999.99. Looking up to see where it came from. Zimbabwe dollars? Buy a potato or something. Give it to someone more responsible and can help me manage it. Go to the hospital. $1 million in cash is quite some weight, and having it dropped on your lap is almost guaranteed to break it. I'd resign from my job and start traveling. That's the end of the video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.